So of course you get balls that are landing almost around the baseline. The kids don't, it's a little bit more inconsistent. So you're definitely going to have a little bit more up and back. You also have time now to go out and up a little bit more. Right? And you'll try to hit the ball in a straight line. You know what, if we said that playing tennis was just about hitting the ball in the alley, most people would play tennis like this, with one foot in front of the other. If it was just about hitting in the alley, you wouldn't find so many people doing this. Alright, so same thing here. You're going to get this, step out. That's my balance at the beginning of the action. Now I'm going to step forwards, okay, and hit from there. Same in the back. Step out, step up. Right, so that's kind of what you're looking for. I wouldn't overly teach it. I'd just be aware if you've got somebody that isn't doing it, you might need to fix it or encourage them to do it a different way. But I wouldn't kind of make it like, you know, too robotic. All right, so let's go with this longer swing ball set. Right, longer swing, what does that mean?
Well, take back to be further away from the contact point.
Right, okay, so let's start right from the beginning. Probably going to be more in a ready position this time, and I'm going to need to turn my shoulders. Yeah? So I want to turn my shoulders, then take the racket back. Try and avoid take the racket back. Okay, what kids tend to do is if they take the racket back, they split their arms apart. What you actually want to do is turn the shoulders to the side it's coming, and then take the racket back. Yeah?
I'm going to be really technical. Now he's going to laugh at me. For the little ones that are just playing tennis, what I say is I turn and I get them to drop the racket rather than have the racket above the wrist.
Right.
Is there any right or wrong?
The only reason you get the racket above the wrist is to create speed.
Correct, yeah.
So if I take the racket head above the wrist, it's because I want to accelerate the racket. Because I want to go there and then come down this way. So if you don't want the speed,
right,
there's no reason for the racket to be above the hand.
Yeah.
Right? For me, I'm not worried either way.
Okay.
Honestly, there are so many
ways.
People that get overly. I mean, there were two coaches the other day at the club I was at, and they were debating whether you did this, right, and then did this, or you did this, and then did this. I'm like, I really don't care.
Were you here last week?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Why does it matter? What matters is the kid getting enough speed? Is the kid on balance? Is the kid... So, no, but that's fine. If you want to say that, it's going to go, you know, turn and down, that's fine.
It really depends if they're... So my logic behind it is their swing path's going from low to high on the red court, so they're just learning how to correctly come up to the ball rather than if the little kids come here, sometimes they just go and they slap the ball down.
I don't think necessarily you need to go there. I don't think you need to go this windscreen wipery stuff.
Right.
So that's too many links involved in that.
Yeah.
My vision of all this stuff is always we try and do smaller versions of the final action. Right? So for me, if the final action is going to look like this, a smaller version of that just looks like that.
Okay.
Yeah? But, look, I think the most important thing is you look at the kid in front of you and go, what do I want it to do in order to make the ball do? Right? Yeah? Okay, so we've got a turn, we're on balance, we're probably going to have a long swing this time, might be. Alright? Okay? Okay? Alright, on the back.
Just because we're back, yeah, I still think it's contact point and sending and receiving perception, right? I mean,
It's still, exactly, it's the contact, everything we've already done is still vital. If we don't get a contact point out there in front now, the whole thing just fell apart. It's a disaster. It doesn't matter how long the swing is. I mean, I had this one guy, and he came out to do a lesson in an assessment, and he had this guy who was serving, right, with this grip, right, and absolutely smacking the ball down Boris Becker style, right, serving aces all over the place, and then he came to hit a backhand, and he basically air swung most of the time and completely missed the ball. All right? So I said to him, what are you going to work on? He said, well, I looked at the serve, I looked at the back end, I decided I'm going to work on the serve. I went, what? He said, well, the backhand he misses the ball, he said, but he's got a lovely shaped swing. And the grip's right and everything. The serve, his grip's wrong. You know, it's like, duh. Right? So, you know, there are people that do think like that. There are people that have the technical parameters so tight in their head, they forget it is about making the ball go so. All right? So, anyway. So, yes, of course, the impact point's still there. What about reception skills now? What's more challenging?
Well, the ball is in the air a longer distance, so it's more challenging. It's a trap.
Which one of our factors became? Is direction a big factor yet?
No.
Not really. Height? Height's part of it. So we're starting to look perhaps at depth and speed a little more. The depth is going to be more variable. So we just expand upon the drills we did before. So this would be a practice we might do for depth. Just get it back, Renee. Oh. All right. Not quite that fast. All right. Might actually let the ball bounce twice. Because now you see I'm backing off of the first bounce to find room to the second bounce. And now Renee might call out 1 or 2. Alright? Or I might do this. That's my reception task.
We did that yesterday.
See, the bookies say if you can do that, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
we worked
No,
on
but
that.
listen. Okay, hold on a minute. Watch this one. There's another one you can do. Try this.
I know what you're going to do.
okay,
Alright?
we
Okay.
did that too.
Alright. Now watch this again.
Okay.
Was that successful?
No.
It was pretty good.
Well, yeah. I mean, you missed the ball.
Pretty good timing.
Turn.
Was I successful? Think about what we're actually trying to get the kid to do.
Yes.
Yes, I was successful. It has nothing to do with kicking.
Right.
So, you know, like on that balance one, if I absolutely nail it, yeah, great. But if I'm moving forwards and backwards and finding a reasonable position and not quite tracking it, was I successful?
Yes.
Yes. It's finding this. It's finding this moving forwards and backwards. So often I've showed these drills and people have gone, yeah, but so like, you know, I kick the ball over there like that and everyone goes, wow, yeah, that was just in a perfect place. I was equally in as good a place as next time, but I can't kick. In fact, me kicking over there is a complete fluke. Yeah, I'm a Man United fan. Most of us know nothing about football.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Okay? You're Irish. You should be a Man United fan. So who do you support?
I can't tell you.
Chelsea or something?
Arsenal. Long time
Arsenal?
Long time
You have to
Arsenal
be
fan.
French to support Arsenal, with a mistake. Right, so basically, yeah, those drills are all there to help you calculate that depth. How long do you do them for? About a minute, then rally again, a minute, then rally again, and it'll bounce backwards and forwards like that. Yeah, that's how it will go. But don't just judge the person by their ability to kick. It's about whether they've got the right pulse or not.
And most of the kids yesterday actually did get in the right place.
They were in position to be able to kick. They
Yeah,
were
we
just
did.
missed, so that was a
That's fine.
success.
And again, it's about being able to, you want them to turn and open their hip. Right, so if you look at that hip again, right, if you look, okay, this is me turning and opening my hip for a forehand, yeah? Right, turn, hip, right, this is me doing it for a kick, turn, alright? Yeah? So it's the same action, the same movement, we're just practicing it. It particularly works if you've got kids that rush the ball in tennis, but they also play soccer. Because as soon as you do that with them in soccer, as soon as you make a kick it, they actually step away and find space.
So what would you do if, like, the kids that we worked with yesterday, they were older, so they were 10, 11, 12, 13s. What happens if you do it with little kids and they're not even coming close to the ball? The ball's up here, and they're kicking this. I mean, they're missing it, like, not even close.
You need to talk to them about moving forwards and backwards. That's what we're trying to achieve here. Right. Do you think you, and ask the question, right, Paul, do you think you were too close or too far away from that ball? The real simple kind of way like that for little kids. And they go, oh, well, I don't know. Okay, try another one and work it out. You need this to be turning. Yeah, you need this to be ticking along. If this isn't ticking, then it doesn't matter what you're doing. Right, this is the computer system that drives the machine. If this isn't working, if they're not thinking or trying to work something out, forget it, they're not learning anything. Do whatever drill they like, they're still not going to learn it. So you've got to ask questions, you've got to stimulate their movement forwards and backwards, encourage them to do the things that they're going to need to do to be successful. Okay? So those are simple little ones based a little bit more around that area. Okay? And the other ones you might want to try here are, you might want to start, in fact, if we move the court wider, we'd start making spaces. Can I steal your outfit?